although a man will be made up of many different parts or aspects, if he is enmeshed to his mother, he may come across as though he only has an intellectual side and maybe an emotional side, and so it will appear as though he doesn't have any instincts, any fire within him. And so this is likely to mean that it will be normal for him to be easygoing and passive, and he could often say yes when he wants to say no, and no when he wants to say yes. And so he won't have a lot of oomph inside him. And this is likely to mean it will be normal for other people to walk over him, to take advantage of him. And even though this will take place, perhaps on a daily basis, he can continue to create the impression that nothing bothers him. And so he can be the epitome of what it means to be tolerant. And there can be times when other people see him as an example to follow, because he will just put up with just about everything. And even when he is around his mother, and his mother wants him to do things, or she calls him up, and he just generally goes along with what she wants and is there for her, once again, in these situations, he can just appear as though nothing bothers him. So he won't get angry at his mother, he might not even say anything to others about his mother. He could generally only say good things about his mother and be pleasant when he's around her. And so he would just put up with endless abuse. It will be violated in one way or another on a regular basis. And even though he will come across as though nothing bothers him and that he has no fire, of course this is going to be an illusion deep down. He is likely to, or he will not only have his aggressive aspect or his fight instinct, he will also have a lot of hate and rage and anger, because for all the times that he has been walked over as an adult and during his early years, this will have naturally have annoyed him and had a negative effect on him. So all this pain, he might not show it, but it will still be there at an unconscious level. And this is going to mean that a lot of his energy will be pushed down inside him, and a lot of his energy will be used to keep all this pain at bay. And if he was to get in touch with how he feels and to get angry, and this will be righteous anger, to get angry at the fact that he's being walked over, he could end up experiencing a lot of fear and perhaps guilt and shame, because when he was younger, during his developmental years, his mother will have most likely used him to meet some of our adult and unmet childhood needs. And if he did express himself, he probably would have been disapproved of, punished and or abandoned, and so he would have learned very early on that it wasn't safe for him to express himself. And so if he got angry, his survival would have been under threat. And so many years will have passed, but deep down he will still believe that if he gets angry, if he asserts himself, if he is connected to the part of him that is there to protect him, then he will believe that he will end up being harmed or abandoned, and that his life will come to an end. And so very early on he had to become estranged from his aggression, his fight instinct. He had to lose touch with his power. And this is why as an adult he will be very weak, very passive, and will lack the energy, the fire that he needs to assert himself and to live his own life. And of course this aggression would have played a part in what would have allowed him to gradually emotionally separate from his mother and to live his own life. And so if you're a man and you can relate to this, you can see that you are basically estranged from your aggression, then it's likely to show that you're carrying a lot of pain inside you and that you simply don't feel safe to be connected to this part of you, which is why you will continually be walked over by others. So it will be necessary for you to reach out for external support so that you can begin to acknowledge this pain and to gradually reconnect with your fire so that you can feel fully alive and to live a great life. So if you can relate to this, please reach out for the assistance that you need to gradually change your life, and don't allow yourself to suffer in silence. To find out more about the services that I offer and how I can assist you on your journey, go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.